So SIP Enable, this is a solution brought to you by Patent and Vitality. It is a solution where we're going to give you the ability to connect your existing PBX, your existing legacy PBX, and connect them to Vitality SIP trunks. We're having a little bit of fun with this. We call this pimping out your PBX. So today, I just want to go over a couple things. We're going to go over the SIP Enable solution. Just, what is this whole package? Why are we doing it? And then also why SIP Enable as opposed to other solutions out there. I'll then give you a step-by-step how you can go ahead and start ordering today, as these packages are available now. And then once you order one of these units and the box comes, we're going to give you a step-by-step how to set this unit up. We have a configuration tool on the website now, and it's just an easy, I guess it's a 5-step process to get one of these up and going. And then we'll talk about how you can get support from Vitality and Patent, the manufacturer. So the traditional approach, in the old world of telephony, you have analog phones. You have a legacy PBX, and you connect to your phone company by way of analog or digital circuits, analog FXS, FXO, or digital PRI circuits. In the new world, in today's approach, you're familiar with this, we take IP phones. You have an IP PBX. And the advantage of this next generation IP PBX is it gives you the ability to natively use SIP trunks rather than traditional phone circuits. So with those SIP trunks, you get the cost-effective phone service, you get the added features, you get the next generation technology. But the transition as we go from the old world to the new world, it poses a problem. Because legacy PBX systems that people have installed that they're stuck with, that they're not ready to do away with, well, they're not SIP enabled. So though people want the cost-effective phone service provided by a VoIP service provider, they may be tied to their legacy phone equipment and they're not able to make that move. So what you're facing as a reseller or even as an end user if you're watching this is you want to keep that PBX, but you want the added functionality that you get from SIP trunks. On one end, why would you want to keep your legacy PBX system? Well, it really comes down to just cost and comfort. It may be the cost of the new IP PBX and IP phones and just the major investment that you're not ready to make. Maybe for you, it's more just the cost of not realizing your investment in your existing phone equipment. Maybe you bought your $20,000 phone system and all the phones last year or even 5 years ago, and you just want to realize that investment before throwing all this equipment away. It may also be the cost of installing or the cost of retraining your employees on a new phone system that they already know how to use, and you bring in new equipment and all of a sudden you have to retrain them. And for many, it's a comfort factor. For many, it's just the fact that your current phone system, it works fine, people know how to use it, and if you take the risk of installing something new, you might not know how to use it and you have to learn. And so it's just comfort of your current system works fine. But why add SIP trunks? It's just the fact that it's cost effective for most businesses. It's going to be much more cost-effective phone service, and then it's added features. It's next-generation technology. With like Vitality, you get easier management. You get better reporting. You get a portal for managing all your services. You get a user interface to manage all of your services. And then you also get additional products and services and features like SMS messaging. So the solution for this problem and a way that you can benefit from both approaches is SIP Enable. What we're doing is we're going to provide you the cost savings and added functionality of a SIP trunking service like a Vitality. We're going to provide that to your legacy PBX using a patent smart node gateway to give you the functionality to convert between TDM and IP. So that smart node gateway is going to sit in between your legacy PBX and your SIP trunks. We like to say, in other words, we pimp out your PBX. No, you don't get the chrome wheels or the fuzzy dice or anything, but we're just kind of running with this marketing concept and we're having a lot of fun with it. So why SIP Enable? This approach isn't necessarily new. Some of you might already use gateways, and several service providers out there already use them with their SIP trunking service. But the difference we're really trying to make is the overall experience. We like to say that shopping for your own gateway, it can be a headache. We know that they can be complicated, and especially if you're not familiar with them, especially if it's not your typical business, it might be hard to install. It might be hard to pick out the right gateway. But what we're doing is we're going to package a solution for you that's already proven, it's already interoperable, and we're going to make it really easy for you to buy, really easy for you to configure, and really, really easy for you to support. So Vitality is not going to be the first one out there to offer gateways, but we really want to be the first to actually make this experience clean and easy. We have seen that there's a huge gap for a long time as businesses transition from legacy to IP. There's a problem. People want to hold on to their legacy equipment, but they want the cost savings and added functionality of SIP trunking service. So we really want to be the first ones to cleanly and easily address this need for you. So currently, what do most SIP trunking providers do? In this situation? Well, as you know, mostly they're going to try to sell IP phones, which is great. But for some people, it's just not. It's not a solution for them. Like we said, they've got $20,000 invested in their phone system. They're not ready to throw it away. So a lot of times, the typical approach is they're going to make you shop elsewhere with only a recommendation. If you're not going to buy the IP phones and all the new equipment, or if you don't already have it, they'll say, okay, well, there's gateways out there. Here's 5 to 10 gateways that we've already certified with our service. They work with us. Go out and make the decision yourself. That can be a problem for you. You may not be familiar with gateways. You may not be familiar with what the right fit's going to be. It's a stress point for the end user, the reseller. It's just a major stress point. And then what they're going to do is they're going to make you configure the gateway. They're not going to provide support. They're just going to say, you go figure this out, and then come back to us, and we'll sell you the service. And then in the end, probably one of the biggest things is they're going to refuse to provide you with support. And you're going to have possible major headaches down the road. Hopefully not, but you might have it. And for the service provider, defending them, if they have 5 to 10 gateways out there, why would they provide support? Now you have 5 to 10 gateways out there with 5 to 10 different types of problems, and now 5 to 10 different service lines, 5 to 10 different numbers to get support. So that's the typical approach, and we've seen that it's been a major problem. And so that's really the process that we're trying to clean up and make easy, because we believe that this this market can be addressed and needs to be addressed, and it just needs to be done well. So SIP Enable, what are we doing? So what SIP Enable is it's going to be a one-stop shop. We're not going to send, Vitality's not going to send you elsewhere to find a gateway. You go to Vitality, if you want to keep your PBX, they're going to give you your 3 SKUs, and you're ready to go. And as I just said, 3 simple SKUs. We have well beyond that, but really we're going to present you with 3 simple SKUs that are going to address 80–90% of all your typical applications, just to make the ordering process really simple and the buying process really simple for you. We then say easy setup with the configuration tool. On Vitality.com, if you go to the SIP Enable page, there is a configuration tool that you can click on. It's going to make it really easy. When we ship you these, if you order one and we ship you the box, you open the box and you'll get your patent gateway. And inside there's going to be a postcard. It's going to be a 5-step process showing you where this website is, and then what steps you need to take to configure the box. It'll basically, you'll put in a little bit of information, then it'll spit out a configuration for you, and then you'll load that onto the SmartNet. So it's very easy. We have proven interoperability. We've had extensive testing together, our gateways with Vitality's service, and proven reliability. And one of the biggest things here for both of our companies, and a very unique differentiator for us, is just the quality of the support that we're both going to bring, and the fact that it's going to be free. You'll be able to call Vitality. They're going to be able to give you level 1 service, and if we need to go beyond that, they're going to connect you on the phone with the actual manufacturer. So Patent will provide that. So why SIP Enable for you as the reseller? What is this going to enable you to do? We said it's going to allow you to capture more business, first off. I mean, there's over 8 million analog legacy PBX systems out there, and just in the U.S. alone, it's going to allow you to address this market that you couldn't before. Now, some of these guys you could probably address because a lot of these guys are ready to throw away their current equipment or maybe sell it. But the majority of these guys want to keep their phone system. The majority of these guys aren't in a situation where they can throw away their existing equipment. Also, you get to spend more time selling and less time losing deals. You don't have to deal with the headaches of making the decision on what gateway. You don't have to deal with the headaches of configuring it. This is really for you, just going to shorten the sales cycle for you. You just enter an order, and you're going to ultimately miss less opportunities in the end. You'll also get to receive additional commission on the hardware. You get it on the phones. You're going to get it on the gateway. And then also keep in mind that when you sell this to your customer, they're going to buy the voice over IP phones eventually. The whole idea behind this is not that they just, they never move to next generation technology. No, the idea is that you move them at their own pace. You're going to be able to, over time, help them in moving from their analog phones and their legacy PBX to an all-IP system. They'll be able to transition at their own pace. And last, I would say that this is a major competitive advantage for you. This is very, very unique. We're the first people really doing this, and this is going to be a major competitive advantage. So why patent smart node gateways? I actually work for Patent. I'm a product manager for Patent and our smart node gateways. I did some research on this. I just wanted to ask, when I first came in, to our customers, why do you go with a smart node gateway? 9 out of 10 times the response will be these first two items. Number one, the quality and the reliability, and just the fact that they trust our gateways and the fact that just in the marketplace we have a high reputation. It's a trust factor. It's the quality of our product. And number two, it's huge. It's our customer service. Our team here at Patent, for one, if you call them, you have actual access to them. They will answer the phone. And on top of that, they go above and beyond really what they're paid to do. They go above and beyond what they're really supposed to be doing. They'll help you. They're amazing. And, even our CEO gets just feedback from our customers all the time on how awesome our support is and how they appreciate our team. And you get all that for free, which is very, very unique, especially with hardware and the gateway market. We have proven interoperability with IPPBXs, SIP trunking providers like Vitality around the world, and we have robust enterprise feature sets. We're not a residential gateway. We are an enterprise gateway, and the features that come with that come with our smart node. Last, Swiss engineered, made in the USA. The software that runs on the smart node is called Smartware. That is developed over in Switzerland, so all bug fixes and feature developments over in Switzerland. And then all of our products are made right here in the USA. I'm right now in the Gaithersburg headquarters. It's right outside of Washington, D.C. All of our products are made right here in our manufacturing plant. So we really have a unique opportunity to just say that we're Swiss precision and the quality that comes with being made in the USA. Vitality, I can't speak too much to these points, but they are a leading SIP trunking provider for almost 10 years. They have award-winning telephony solutions, and they continue to come out with unique and next-generation technologies like SIP Enable, but they have VFAX service, SMS, enabled DIDs, voicemail transcription, and then they have industry-leading customer service. That's really a theme of SIP Enable, a theme of both of our companies. They're founded in 2003, based out of Denver, Colorado, and they have over 30 employees on site at the moment, and they're growing very, very rapidly. It's rated with the BBB, and currently 50 gig IP network set up there. And right now their monthly volumes are exceeding 100 million minutes and growing very rapidly, as I said. So how do you order this solution? As I mentioned before, very, very simple, 3 simple SKUs. Here they are. You have SIP Enable 4, SIP Enable 15, SIP Enable 30. As you can see, the hardware is down below. Those are the Patent Smart Node gateways that you get and the pricing. The difference between the 3, SIP Enable 4 is going to be your analog PBX. It's going to be for an analog PBX. It's 4 FXS and 4 voice channels. And actually, the number in the SIP Enable SKU stands for how many channels. So SIP Enable 4, 4 channels, SIP Enable 15, 15 channels, and SIP-enabled 30, 30 channels. SIP-enabled 15 and 30, they're for your digital PBX. They're going to be 1 PRI, and one option is going to be 15, and the other option is going to be 30 channels. Just if you're curious, every SIP-enabled gateway, every patent gateway is going to come with dual Ethernet. It's going to come with an internal IP router. We actually offer several different gateways. Some of our gateways are going to be gateway only. They only do that TDM to IP conversion. But a lot of our gateways, call them gateway routers, they have built-in IP routers to do data as well. And then last, they have a high-precision clock built in. Your SIP-enabled 15 and SIP-enabled 30 have a high-precision clock built in. That ensures compatibility with your PBX in case it doesn't offer the clocking source. Before I jump ahead, one thing I do want to offer, and I want to make sure I say this, we do have 3 simple SKUs here. We do have 3 simple gateways that are going to take up 80% of your applications, but I do want to mention that we have options, at least on the patent side, beyond what we're going to offer. We actually have gateways going from 1 to 32 FXS and also FXO if you're trying to do survivability fallback. We also have gateways that don't do just 1 PRI but 4 and up to 120 voice channels. We have pretty much over 1,000 SmartNode SKUs. If you have a certain setup, you are doing a certain application where you're not just taking a PBX to SIP trunks, but you want to do survivability, or if you want a certain setup or a different capability, call Vitality and have them connect you with patent, and we can set you up with whatever you need. But just for now, just to make the process simple and clean, we have these 3 SKUs just to take up 80 to 90% of the applications. So how do you select the right SIP-enabled package? Really, just ask one question. Is your PBX analog or is it digital? If it's analog, it's going to be SIP-enabled 4. If it's digital, you then have to ask the question, how many channels? If it's 1 to 15 channels, it's going to be SIP-enabled 15. If it's 16 to 30, you're going to need a 30-channel capabilities. That's going to be SIP-enabled 30. So if you're ready to go ahead and order, all of these SKUs are orderable now through Vitality. If you are a reseller, this ordering guide has already been sent out to you, and after this webinar and on our various pages, even on the SIP-enabled website, we're going to post this. We'll follow up with this PDF. This is just a 1-page. You fill it out. You tell them, Vitality, how many of each package you need, whether it's SIP-enabled 4, and you just send it in to them. So this will be on the SIP-enabled website as well. So if you buy one of these bundles and it ships to you, when you open your SmartNode gateway, inside you're going to see this postcard. It says, your PBX is about to be pimped. It's just a 5-step guide on how you can get your SIP-enabled gateway up and running. Very, very simple. You're just going to go to the configurator. That's going to be online, and I'll actually just pull it up here for a second. So if you step back for a second, if you go to Vitality's website and you go to the SIP-enabled page, over here on the left, you're going to select the option to use the configurator. And so the steps, just step 1, you access that web page. Then you're going to enter your IP information that you want to assign to the patent gateway. Then you're going to enter your Vitality SIP trunk credentials. Then you just click the generate configuration file, and then you upload that on your patent gateway, and then everything will be SIP enabled for you. Again, here's the tool. Here's where you're going to enter all the patent gateway information, and then your Vitality SIP trunk credentials. You click configure. It's going to generate your file. Then you load it onto the gateway. And real quick, I did mention that we have 3 simple SKUs, but we have thousands beyond that. If you're interested in other SmartNode gateways for the solution, I do want to say that this configurator isn't set up for just those 3 SKUs. What's going to happen if you select FXS? It's actually going to configure up to 32 ports. So if it's just a 4 FXS gateway, your simple SKU, it's going to work as if it has 4, but we're going to load a 32 port on there. And then for PRI, you're only going to have 1 PRI if you do one of the SIP-enabled SKUs, but if you do our 4 port with 120 voice channels, that's already auto-configured onto it. All the units that we use will have that configuration spit out. So just to keep in mind if you end up doing a different SKU, really you just choose FXS or PRI, and it's going to load that configuration, and it's going to work just like it would on any other unit. So for support, this is very, very, very huge. For level 1 support, you just call Vitality. They're going to be there to support you. They're familiar with our gateways. They have a great team over there. They're there Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30 Mountain Time. And if they end up not, I guess, if it's a patent issue, if it's a smart node issue or something that's beyond, I guess, their understanding, because they really know SIP trunks, we know the gateway. If level 2 support's needed, they're going to then connect you with somebody from patent. You'll get to talk to the actual manufacturer free of charge. That's huge. We're actually available. Our U.S. team's available 8:30 to, I think, 6 o'clock Eastern time, but we have people set up that speak English around the world, so you pretty much get 24/7 service from us. So that concludes this presentation. We hope you found this useful and that you would go ahead and access. You can go to patent.com. You can go to patent.com/smartnode if you're interested in our products. But go to Vitality's website, click on VoIP, go to their SIP Enable page where you can order today. You can play around with the configuration tool, and you can learn more. And you can call either of us if you're interested in this product. Thanks.